Hello, I'm Evan with Wooninjas. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today's video is about how to create a hotel booking website with WooCommerce. Before we dive in, I'm going to assume you already have WordPress installed and WooCommerce up and running. The theme you use is totally up to you. I'm using Astra in this demo, but feel free to use whatever you're comfortable with. The star of this tutorial is the WooCommerce booking add-on by Wooninjas. Head over to wooninjas.com and purchase the WooCommerce booking add-on. If you're having trouble finding the website, I've put the link in the description below. Grab your copy, download the plugin zip file, and come back here. Once you have it installed and activated, you'll know it's working when you see a new Booking Reports option under your WooCommerce menu. Now let's create our first hotel room. Go to Products on the left sidebar and click Add New. This is where we'll build our bookable product. The first step is giving your room a name. I'll call this one Deluxe Ocean View Room. Below that, write a compelling description. Talk about the amenities, the view, the bed size. Make it as appealing as possible. Let's give it Spacious Deluxe Ocean View Room featuring a king-size bed, private oceanfront balcony, and luxury amenities for the ultimate relaxing stay. On the right-hand side, you'll see Product Image. Click Set Product Image and upload a high-quality photo of the room. You can also add a gallery of multiple images by clicking Add Product Gallery. Now here's the key step. In the Product Data section, that's the box right below the description, you'll see a drop-down that currently says Simple Product. Click it and change it to Bookable Product. Once you do that, you'll see a bunch of new tabs appear underneath the booking options. These would be Settings, Location, Availability, Pricing, and more. This is where we configure how the booking works. First, under Booking Type, select Hotel. This tells the system we're booking rooms by the night. Set the booking title as Deluxe Ocean View Room. Below that, you'll see Booking Duration. This determines how long each booking unit lasts. For hotels, we want this to be days since customers book by the night, so go ahead and set this to 1 day. This means each night stayed counts as one booking unit. Then you have check-in time and check-out time. Set realistic times, for example, check-in at 3 p.m. and check-out at 11 a.m. This helps manage room turnover. Next, there's minimum stay duration and maximum stay duration. If you require a minimum of 1 night, set the minimum to 1. If you have a maximum stay policy, say 14 nights, set that too. Leave them empty if there's no limit. Below that, you'll see adult count and child count. This controls how many guests can book the room. Set your limits for a standard double room, minimum 1, maximum 2 for adults, same for child count. Next, let's talk about staff and resources. This is useful if you have specific housekeeping staff assigned to certain rooms, or if you offer services like a spa package with the room. Click Create New next to Assigned Resource Staff. Give it a name, for example, Helper as a resource, who will help you with your luggage. This helps you track which rooms or staff are booked. Here's a really important setting. See this checkbox that says Auto Cancel Pending Failed Orders after 24 hours? When you enable this, if someone starts a booking but doesn't complete payment, so the order is pending payment or failed, the system will automatically cancel it after 24 hours. That frees up the room for other customers. Below that, there's also Show Time Zone on booking times. If your guests are in different time zones, enable this so everyone sees times adjusted to their local time. Now, click on the Location tab. Since this is a hotel booking, your product is a physical location, people will actually show up there. Select Physical from the drop-down, and then enter your hotel's full address. This can be useful for Google Maps integration later, or just for letting guests know exactly where they're staying. Next, the Availability tab. This is where you control which dates are bookable. You might have dates when the hotel is closed for maintenance, or you're reserving rooms for VIPs, or there's a private event. Whatever the reason, you can block out dates here. Select the dates you want to block. For example, May 1st and July 4th. Those dates will now appear as unavailable in the booking calendar. There's also a handy feature here. You can import or export blackout dates as a CSV file. If you have a long list of dates, download the template, fill it out in Excel, and upload it. Saves a ton of time. Once you add blackout dates, they'll show up in the calendar view so you can visually see what's blocked. Now let's talk money. Click on the Pricing tab. Here you'll set your base price. This is the standard nightly rate for this room, let's say $500 per night. If you're running a promotion, you can also set a sale price, maybe $420 per night for the first month. The system will automatically show the discounted price to customers. This is where you can get really clever with your pricing. Advanced pricing rules let you automatically adjust prices based on seasons, holidays, booking duration, and more. Let me walk you through creating a Christmas discount as an example. First, give your rule a name. This is just for your reference, so call it something descriptive like Christmas discount or summer special. Then go ahead and check the enable box to activate the rule. Rule order determines the priority. Rules are applied in order from the lowest to the highest. If you have multiple rules, this matters. For now, since it's our first rule, we can leave it as 1. Now choose the rule type. You have several options: range of months, applies during specific months of the year, booking duration days, applies based on how many nights they book, custom date range, applies between exact dates, advance booking time, applies based on how far in advance they book. For our Christmas discount, we want it to apply in December and January. So select range of months, then set from December to January. Now we need to decide how to adjust the price. You have 4 options. The plus sign adds a fixed amount per day, for example, $20 per night. The minus sign subtracts a fixed amount per day. The plus percentage sign adds a percentage to the total. The minus percentage sign subtracts a percentage from the total. For a Christmas discount, we want to subtract a percentage. So select minus percentage sign and enter 40 for 40% off. This means during December and January, customers automatically get 40% off their entire stay. Finally, let's look at the Cancel Reschedule tab. This is where you set your cancellation policy. You can choose whether customers can cancel or reschedule their bookings, and if so, how far in advance they need to do it. For example, you might allow free cancellation up to 48 hours before check-in. After that, it's non-refundable. Configure this according to your hotel's policy. Once you've configured all your settings, don't forget to click Publish on the right-hand side. Your hotel room is now live and bookable. Alright, we've done all the heavy lifting in the back end. Now let's switch over to the front end and see what our customers will actually experience. This is the fun part. I'll open my website in a new tab. Here's our deluxe ocean view room. Looks good, right? You can see the room image, the description, and right away notice the price. Remember, we set the regular price at $500 and the sale price at $420? Well, the front end shows the original price crossed out and the sale price prominently displayed. Now let's make a test booking. I'll click on the check-in date field. You can see a calendar pop up. I'll select, say, March 15th as the check-in date and March 18th as the checkout date. In this case, it's showing $1,260 for a 3-night stay, which matches our $420 per night after discount. Nice and clear for customers. And if you look closely, you'll see the check-in and checkout times are exactly what we set in the back end. $3 p.m. and $11 a.m. No confusion for guests. Next, we have the guest selection. Remember how we set a minimum of 1 adult and a maximum of 2 adults? Watch this. If I try to increase the number of adults to 3, it won't let me. The counter stops at 2. Perfect. Our limits are working exactly as configured. Now check this out. Remember we added that resource option earlier? Here it is. Customers can select a helper or an additional service for $50. This is great for upselling things like airport pickup, spa access, or in this case, maybe a bellman. I'll go ahead and check that box. You'll notice the price updates automatically. Here's where it gets really exciting. Remember that 40% Christmas discount rule we created? Well, I've selected dates in March, and since we set our rule from December to January, that discount doesn't apply right now. But watch this. Let me change my dates from December 10th to December 13th. Boom, look at that. The system automatically applied our 40% discount. You can see the original sale price, a $504 discount, 40% off, and the final total of $756 for 3 nights. All automatic, no manual calculations needed. This is the power of advanced pricing rules. Once the customer is happy with their dates and price, they'll click Book Now. This adds the booking to their cart and takes them to the checkout page. Here's the checkout page. Customers fill in their details: name, email, address, and payment information. On the right, you can see a clear summary of their booking, the room, dates, number of guests, any extras, and the final price with all discounts applied, clean and transparent. Let's quickly see what we just built. Customers can select dates within our availability. The guest limits we set are enforced automatically. Our Christmas discount kicks in exactly when it should, and the checkout summary shows it all clearly. Everything we configured in the back end is now working beautifully on the front end. And that's it. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon below. Thanks for watching.